Good morning. Day 13 on the trail. Wednesday, May the 15th. Riley is very energetic. We just passed this memorial on December 7th, 1968. 783 feet southwest from this point. Wade, a Sutton, North Carolina Forest Service Ranger, gave his life suppressing a forest fire that you might more fully enjoy your hike along this trail. Riley, slow down. Hey, no, it's okay, Riley. Hey, stay behind me, Riley. Riley, stay behind me. Stay behind me, buddy. Thank you. Stay behind me. Okay. So, yesterday, we made it to the Nantahala Outdoor Center, the NOC, and we basically spent the rest of the day there. We got there a little after 3 p.m. Riley, slow down. You're going too fast. Riley, stay behind me. Stay behind me, Riley. Yes, so we got there, and some very nice person had dropped off trail magic. Riley, stay behind me. Stay behind me, Riley. Riley has lots of energy this morning. Yeah, so I was saying that someone had dropped off trail magic. There were several other hikers there as well. So all the hikers were sharing the trail magic. She dropped off like two boxes. Well, so like one 12-ounce can. Never mind. One 12 can of Coke. Like a cardboard box containing 12 cans of Coke. And Riley, hey, please stay behind me. Thank you. And another box containing 12 cans of ginger ale. And she dropped off a few bags of hot fries, which are not actually French fries. They're like the potato / corn chip thingies that are in the shape of French fries, but they come in a potato chip bag and they're room temperature, and they have like a hot spicy flavor to them. I was able to eat a lot of those hot fries because she dropped off so many, and she dropped off some packets of Oreo cookies. I was able to get one packet for myself, so I got a couple Oreo cookies. And she also dropped off a little package of vegetables, like containing celery and carrot sticks and broccoli, along with ranch dressing. And I was able to partake of some of that, and the ranch dressing along with the broccoli and celery sticks was spot on. It was so delicious. And she dropped off a bag of grapes and blueberries, and I was able to participate in finishing that off. And she also dropped off a little bag of salad greens along with a pouch of what I think was buttermilk ranch dressing, and I was able to finish that off as well. And that really gave my stomach a smile. That was the first thing I did. Even though I had so many things to do, I got there early enough that I wasn't immediately pressed to take care of all my errands, and I just kind of sat down and started munching, filling my belly, catching up on calories. She also gave, she was still there when I got there, and then she drove off shortly thereafter, but she actually saw Riley when I was there, and she's a dog. Riley, please. Hey, Riley, please. Okay, we are passing, yes, Grassy Gap Trail that way. Appalachian Trail this way. Riley, slow down. Slow down, Riley. Thank you. And yeah, so she said hello to Riley, and she also had a nice sandwich bag full of dog treats. So she gave that to me, and I let Riley eat the entire bag gradually. I didn't give it to him all at once, but Riley enjoyed that very much. Riley, hey, you're in front of me again. Please stay behind me. I'm asking Riley. I'm asking Riley to stay behind me. Riley, hey. Riley, hey. Riley, please stay behind me. Thank you. I'm asking Riley to stay behind me because I don't have his energy this morning. And when he's in front of me and going as hard as he can, it wastes his energy, and it also depletes my energy. Okay, so that was the trail magic. Riley, please stay behind me. Riley, stop pulling, please. Thank you. Okay, so then I was able to go into the outfitter store after that, and I was able to get my packages. Fortunately, they arrived without any issue. So the Outdoor Vitals 40th 2-person tent came, and I also got an Amazon box with 2 5-pound bags of dog food, salmon flavored. And so I was able to take those out. I also looked in the outfitter store to see if they had Ursack bags and bear canisters to see if I would be interested in switching my my uncomfortable barricade for either of those. And they did have the Bear Vault canisters and the Ursack bags, but they didn't have the size that I was interested in. They had the regular size of the Bear Vault, and I would only be interested in getting the largest size of the Bear Vault, which is the BV 500. And they also had a 10-liter Ursack bag, but I'm interested in either the 15-liter or the 20-liter, so I decided not to make any changes with my bear canister. I can continue to carry it for a while and possibly switch it out later on. I was also able to mail my, fortunately the NOC, in addition to receiving packages, they also allow you to send outgoing packages through them, and you just pay whatever the postal fee is, and they calculate it for you. So I was able to send my 1-person tent back home, along with a few other items from my pack that I didn't feel like I needed anymore. Like I sent home my extra pair of underwear, which I wasn't really using, and my rain poncho, which I just found kind of difficult to use. Riley, slow down, please. Yeah, so I was able to lighten my pack a little bit by sending home those extra items that I wasn't using very much. And I also was able to submit my application for my Smokies permit that I need to hike through the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Riley, you're going too fast. Too fast. Riley, hey, behind me. Thank you. Okay. Riley, you keep trying to get in front of me. Okay. Yeah, so I was able to submit my application, and then they have a cool system at the NOC where after you submit the application, you get an email from the National Park Service, and then you just forward that email to the NOC email. Riley, he sees people up there. That's partly why he wants to charge forward. Anyway, so you forward that email to the NOC, and then they can print off the permit for you so you have a hard copy when you're hiking through the Smokies. And I'm getting a little winded here, so I'm gonna take a break and I'll check back in later with more of an update. Bye for now. Riley, wait. All right. We have made it to Chioa Bald. Come on, Riley, let's take a quick look. Hey, wait, little U.S. Geological Survey says, yes, 1933. Okay, Riley, take a quick look here. Hold up, buddy. Okay, nice campsite. You can see the clouds kind of sifting in the background. The forest in that little left patch, you can sort of see the sunlight shining on it just a little bit. All right, so this is the highest point of the day. We're slightly over 5,000 feet. And we're about to do a big downhill, and I have been exhausted today. I am getting tired of the rain. The sun has popped out like 3 individual times today, only to retreat behind the clouds. Ever since Monday, it's just been cloudy like this. It was continuously cloudy like this yesterday. Monday and Tuesday, and then almost entirely cloudy like this today. And it's been cold, and it's wearing on me, and I'm getting frustrated. But Riley's doing awesome today. He's doing so awesome. He's tugging at me and saying, why are you going so slow, Scott? Van Gogh, why are you going so slow? I just took a break back there, took my whole pack off, just plopped down on the ground, rested my entire body. I packed out some of the Cokes from the Trail Magic yesterday and poured them in one of my plastic bottles, and I took several sips of that, and that tasted mighty fine, very good. Slow down, Riley. These rocks are slippery here. So, I might as well continue my update from this morning on the NOC. Right, so I said that I passed on replacing out my bear canister, and I was able to mail home my one-person tent, and then I focused on trying to upload some videos. And that's a very long process. I was able to upload one video, and I was going to try to do more, but all of a sudden it got to become 10 p.m. or it became 10 p.m. and I apologize for my broken English. I'm normally a better speaker, I think, but my concentration is very scattered, and I feel like my ability to speak clearly is impacted by how tired I am. Anyway, so around 8 p.m., me and this other hiker were kind of sitting outside the outfitter store. We were charging our devices. I was doing stuff trying to get videos uploaded and waiting for the process to run its course. And they have this van that's run by the NOC that came by first at 8 o'clock last night, and the lady in there just kind of checked on us and said, "Are you guys doing all right?" And then she just gave us a friendly reminder that you can't stay there overnight. We weren't planning to stay there overnight, but I'm sure that's an issue, especially if it's raining outside and hikers might not want to hike on the place outside the outfitter store. It's got like a nice covered awning. It's got benches. It wouldn't be comfortable to sleep, but if it's raining and you don't have any better place to go, I'm sure hikers have considered just spending the night there. So I understand why they don't want people to stay overnight, since it is a business, and they do have cabins and a bunkhouse for people to sleep in if they want to stay. Although I did hear yesterday that everything was full, so that wasn't really an option. Anyway, so I ended up staying till about 10, and they actually cut the Wi-Fi off, I think about 10 o'clock. So at that point, there was no point in me staying any further, because I wasn't able to make any further progress. But it was very nice to have the trail magic yesterday. I really enjoyed eating several of the foods that I described earlier. And then about 10 o'clock, Riley and I got our things together and we hiked on past the NOC. And I was a little apprehensive about that because it was dark. All right, what do we have here? Riley, hold up. Hey, hold up, Riley. Okay, cool. So this is the Bartram Trail diverging to the left now, and we're going to continue on the AT. So I guess I haven't really seen many yellow blazes in the past few days, but I guess ever since we kind of saw the Bartram Trail initially near Way Bald back on Monday, I guess the Bartram Trail and the AT have just been shared, and the Bartram Trail is now finally diverging at that point, and we're now solely on the AT. Okay. So as I was saying, Riley and I continued on about 10 p.m. and we got into the woods, and my goal was just to find the first campsite. And it's a big climb out of the NOC. Anyway, so we got a couple miles, and we finally found a campsite that was free for us to use. It was just a very small patch of land on the side of the trail. It wasn't anything fancy. But we finally got there, and I think it was past midnight by the time we got there. And I was able to set up our tent for the first time, our two-person tent. So that was cool. And we were also lucky that it wasn't really raining while we were hiking out. But once I got the tent set up and we got in, just within a half hour, rain started coming down pretty hard, and it continued throughout the night. And so our tent held up, so I was pleased with that. But the rain was coming down so hard that I was a little concerned that it was just going to break through the tent and we were just going to wake up and be totally flooded. Okay, I'm going to put the camera away so we can concentrate on this downhill here. Okay, Riley and I are checking in again. It is between 5 and 6 o'clock now, and the day has improved significantly. The sun has come out within the last hour or two, and it's made such a big difference in just my comfort level, my happiness level. Riley has been doing great all day. He's been charging ahead. It seems like he has unlimited energy today. I'm thinking it could be related to his food resupply. I've gave him some extra food yesterday, and that could be helping his energy level today. But anyway, so the sun hasn't been out since Sunday. This is the first time that it's been out for any extended period, and it's warmed things up so that it's not hot, but it's not cold anymore, and it's at least, you know, the air is dry, and I don't feel like when I stop I'm gonna get super cold, so it just helps me to feel a lot more comfortable. And the ground that I'm walking on, it seems, the terrain just seems much more pleasant. Coming out of the NOC, it was a big climb last night to find our tent site, and we only did a couple miles out of the NOC. And then there were about another 4 miles or 5 miles to get to the first shelter, Sassafras Gap. We did that this morning, and the distance is not all that great, but it felt like it took a really long time and a whole lot of effort just to get to that first shelter today. It was pretty much all uphill, and it was very draining. I was feeling pretty exhausted. But those are the challenges that come with doing a thru hike. It's not all sunshine and roses or peaches and cream. So this is Simp Gap here. So we're at mile 148.5. But the challenges are what makes the whole experience so special, I think, and so rewarding. So even though I'm experiencing these challenges which affect my mood on a day-to-day basis and make me sometimes wish I was just back in a regular house with air conditioning and water and access to a shower and access to a warm bed, I certainly have those thoughts from time to time, but they never rise to like a really serious level, or at least they haven't to this point. I'm still happy being on trail. I'm feeling good that we're making progress, like in terms of just mileage, and definitely glad that we still have our health. We haven't sustained any injuries that are yeah, I mean, I haven't sustained any injuries. Riley he's had a couple minor paw issues, but he seems to be working through them just fine, and I'm trying to monitor them regularly, but he seems to be doing very well for the most part. So our near-term goal is to get to the next shelter by the end of the day today. And that shelter is called Brown Fork Gap Shelter. And I believe we're probably a little less than 5 miles away from it at this point. So we should be able to get there definitely today. It's just a matter of how late it'll be, given how fast we are able to hike there. But given that it seems like the rain has subsided for the most part, there's not too much to be concerned about. We can basically take as long as we want to get there, and we'll just see if there's room for us when we get there. The other thing that's on my mind is we're going to be getting to Fontana Dam tomorrow, most likely. Most likely by the end of the day tomorrow, if not earlier. And my initial plan was to have Riley taken care of by a hostel called Standing Bear Farm Hostel, which is at the north end of the Smokies. But I found out a little while ago that that's not going to be possible. I spoke with the owner there earlier today, and she doesn't feel comfortable having a pit bull in her house with the other dogs that are already there. So I'm looking into an alternative arrangement. There's a place in Tennessee called Loving Care Kennels, and I left a message with them earlier today, but it was shortly after their closing hours, so I haven't been able to work out anything concrete with them. But hopefully I'll be able to get in touch with them tomorrow and figure out a good home for Riley while I spend a few days in the Smokies. Hello. Riley and I just got down to Stokoa Gap, and over there at that trail map over there, actually this church left little bags of trail magic for us, and so they put in a bag of salted peanuts and some crackers and left this beautiful note. The folks at Robbinsville United Methodist Church, thank you very much.